Good morning! Day 5 and final day of our New York trip. I'm actually really sad to be leaving. We've just been for our morning Dunkin'. It's very windy today. I've got a bit roast today. I got a bacon sandwich of some description. I did ask for it without egg, but I don't think they were listening, so I think I've got egg anyway.
No, he said no egg because he gave me the bag.
Oh, did he? Okay.
So, yeah,
okay, good.
Okay.
Good.
I've gone rogue and not even got a coffee.
Yeah, that is rogue for you.
Yeah, it's really rogue.
Yeah.
It's a
also
peach passion fruit refresher.
That does sound very nice.
It's very sugary.
Yeah.
But it's not a coffee, and I do want a coffee, but my tummy says no right now.
This is a large Dunkin', but they also do an extra large. I might just have to get one for research purposes. Yeah. No, because I want to sleep on the flight. When the plan for today is to go to the Museum of Broadway. So I've never heard of this place before, but when we were queuing up for the TKTS booth the other day, somebody told us about it in the queue, and it sounds so cool.
Yeah, we did research on the website, didn't we? And it does look really cool.
Yeah, it looks amazing. So we're going to go in there and see what they've got to say for themselves. This is Times Square, obviously, and the Museum of Broadway is just over this road, so really, really close to Times Square. And the Parade Theatre that we went to the other night is down that road too, so all really close together. We just checked our stuff into some lockers. They have free lockers and free toilets here, which is a rarity in this city.
The woman who told us about it, she was like, there's free toilets and free lockers and free coat check. We were like, we'll be there.
Yeah. So yeah, we've checked our stuff in.
I look like, oh my god, I look like us in 2019. Look.
Oh my god, yeah, your hair looks
Bob.
cool.
Don't worry. It's alive.
If I push mine back, I'll look like 2019
oh my god, look.
as well.
It's Bob,
Look,
Maria and Amy in New York.
2019.
We actually do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, Americans are so friendly.
Yeah, they are.
They all slay.
Even like, I know New York Americans get like a bit of a reputation for being moody. That's just not really my
it's
experience.
just not true. And also, I think it's actually like, people who work in the theatres and stuff are all like really friendly.
We love theatre kids.
They're all just like really happy to be here.
Yeah.
I respect
I'm also.
that.
The first room at the Museum of Broadway is called the Hall of Playbills, which is really cool. Basically, it gives you an overview of everything that's on at the minute. So each board represents a different Broadway theatre, and then on the board is a playbill cover and some information and a QR code to buy tickets to that show. Any theatre that doesn't have anything on at the moment is left blank, so you can see where all the gaps are. I'm pretty sure the new shows go up as soon as previews open and come down as soon as the show closes. If you're a big Broadway fan, I imagine it would be really cool to come in here and see how many you've already ticked off. Then we moved into a little movie screening room where they taught us all about kind of the history of Broadway and how it came to be, particularly Times Square, which I thought was really interesting. Apparently Times Square has only been the way it is since the 90s, which really shocked me because I feel like it's always been there, but I suppose in my living memory it has been. But it was a really interesting video.
We've got to a glittery bit now. Look at this. What does this say? I can't even read Follies, does it? What the hell does this say? That something Follies. Ziegfeld Follies, maybe? Oh my god, this is so cool.
It's a crazy story how we got these.
One of the women who works here was just telling us about the Ziegfeld Follies, which I had never heard of, but apparently that's what Funny Girl is based on. So these costumes that I will insert some clips of were actually abandoned in an abandoned theatre when they kind of went out of business, and then when Disney signed a 99-year lease on that theatre, which they still have now, they found the costumes and donated them here. So they're like legit costumes and they're so cool. They look really like modern.
That's a life of humanity.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone's really small. Apparently Showboat is the first ever musical to be like a full story set to music.
That is what she was saying.
Interesting. Look, this is so cool. Got some sort of cornfield. What is this? Oh yeah, it is Oklahoma.
Oh my god, not me getting it right.
Yeah, well done. My first guess was The Wizard of Oz. Don't really know why.
Got it right.
Well done.
I've not even seen Oklahoma.
Me neither. It's on in the West End at the moment.
Flurry, blurry, but you spelled blurry wrong.
This is a lyric sketch, so they've got all like rhyming words and stuff on there from when Oscar Hammerstein II was writing Oklahoma, I assume. This is all about Oklahoma. I know nothing about Oklahoma actually. Wow, I wish tickets still look like that. I'd keep them all. It really upsets me that we don't get like physical tickets anymore. They've got this whole wall of like spinnable boards which are dedicated to Rodgers and Hammerstein, I think. So is this all of their stuff? I don't think it's, oh no, there is, yeah, maybe it is all of them. Cinderella, Sound of Music.
Did they do
South Pacific? Yeah.
Wow.
This Cinderella was my first ever Broadway show. I saw it in 2014 starring Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yes, Lou.
Here's the room for you, Maria.
Oh, this is so sick actually.
Oh my god, I'm excited. I love West Side Story. This is a whole room I think about West Side Story. Look, here is an original script and also a costume sketch from the 2009 revival. This is a letter which I can barely read but sort of can, from Stephen Sondheim to Leonard Bernstein. Stephen Sondheim had very difficult handwriting. Is what I'm learning from this. This is from Hello Dolly. And we've got some costumes from Cabaret here, as well as, I'm assuming this is an original poster. I love all the old poster designs. I'm being a proper little nerd about them. And look at this. This is so cool. Would I wear it? Yeah, probably.
Like elastic.
Oh yeah, fantastic. I'll wear this.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh my god, look at these costumes from Hair. Obviously it's all, is it 70s?
Yeah.
Which one would you wear?
1968, but like this is very
yeah,
70s
yeah.
vibes, like.
Pick a costume.
I mean, Abby Nunn would wear that.
Yeah, but what would you wear?
Personally,
Well, you've got to pick one.
okay, if I had to pick, I'd wear this.
Yeah, I'd also pick this one. I like the butterflies in her hair.
Yeah.
And her little crochet top.
But similarly, she's the most me, except that's just one I.
That's you after dairy.
Pizza. Yeah.
I love it in here. This is so cool. I love how each one of the rooms is like really themed to fit the musical that they're talking about. Ooh, we've got, what's going on here? Sondheim? Oh, it's all Sondheim.
She's doing an anagram puzzle here. She's doing this. What does it spell out?
It spells out Sondheim. Only those who Sondheim.
Wow. What number did you get to?
Well, I did 7 out of the 8. What is it?
Aeon Whistle.
Oh!
I can't though.
No, I don't think I can either. Not much though.
How do you do it? I can't click either.
The whistle is better.
Tony Awards here. Would you like your Tony Awards?
I would love a Tony
like
Award.
Thank you.
Well done.
Oh, thanks, Tony.
How do you feel?
So special.
Just
well,
thanks.
actually, it was kind of expected, you know.
Yeah,
Not
well,
sure.
She's so talented.
Yeah.
Would you like?
Mine actually is unexpected because I'm not very talented, but I'm really glad that everyone has like banded together.
I voted.
to
I
make me
rigged
feel-
the votes.
Yeah, like just everyone's kind of really gone out of their way to make me feel special, and I really respect
I
that.
rigged the votes.
Yeah.
Little mirror for an outfit check. I'm wearing a very short skirt today. It's a bit dangerous.
Yeah.
Are we in good company?
Yeah.
Oh, we are. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Another girl who works here was just explaining to us that The Wiz was one of the first Broadway shows to ever advertise on TV, and it actually saved the show from closing. First one being Pippin. I've been in both of those shows.
I bet you have. And she said it's being revived for 2024.
Yeah.
You actually don't see many adverts for theatre.
No.
I see a lot of them on YouTube. I get a lot of YouTube pre-rolls. This is a costume from The Wiz, and here are some production photos. Ah, and a little neon sign. And a yellow staircase for the yellow brick road. Oh, what's down here? A chorus line, that's fun. I wish those were the current Broadway prices.
God, I know.
That dress is tiny. Annie! We were talking about Annie this morning.
We both come down and we at the same time we went, yay!
I stand by the fact that the 80s Annie film is the best one.
The 1999 Annie
No,
film is the
it's
best
not.
one. It's the best
Maria?
one.
Yeah, the 80s one.
The 80s one, thank you. No.
I've never even seen the 90s one.
Then you need to.
That's the level of disrespect I have for it.
When I was,
think it should-
yeah,
No,
I have seen it, but the 80s one is better. When I was younger and my like family, extended family members used to come around, I used to make them stand in my office at home and listen to me sing Annie songs.
I can't, you know what I love when I see a kid is when they go, watch me sing. And I'm like,
I'm gonna do a dance now.
I didn't do the dances, to be fair, just the songs. Oh my god, look, Sandy. This is a letter. I'm sure glad you found Sandy when you did. I'm a fan of Sandy. She's got a face that can charm anyone. What's she up to now? Who is this from?
Right back, thanks. Send a picture.
From Michelle.
Michelle, who's Michelle?
I don't know. Oh, it's really cute though. Oh, it's a little paw print.
Oh, it's an
Autograph. Oh my god, I loved Annie. Like, Annie was probably my first favourite musical. Apparently, this costume was worn by Meryl Streep in Trelawney of the Wells. I've never heard of that before. But yeah, we have lots of costumes here. 2 from Pirates of Penzance also.
Oh.
Did you get that?
That is an interesting cat's costume.
Did you get that?
All of the costumes for cats are quite interesting. Tell me that is not the stuff of nightmares. Like,
I know it's right.
cats is terrifying.
I'm dream about this tonight. Miserables.
Yeah, a couple of candlesticks from Les Mis.
This outfit here is from Les Mis, and it's saying down here that it is Jean Valjean's costume and it was worn by Ramin Karimloo. Yeah, one of Amy's favourites.
This is even bigger than it looks when it's on stage. Obviously this is from Phantom. I think so, don't you? I think it looks massive. Like, it must be so heavy. So cool. Oh, concept art. I love concept art. We've got some notes, can't read any of them. What I'm learning is everyone has terrible handwriting.
Then there was a room dedicated to the lives lost in the AIDS crisis and its impact on the theatre community, followed very fittingly by a room all about rent, with costumes, set design pieces, a set design model, and also what I thought was really cool was these audience response cards from the theatre workshop in 1994 where you could read the actual responses.
Oh my god, look at all the Tonys for the producers. Are they the actual ones, do you think?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they are. On loan from the American Theatre Wing.
Yeah, they probably
God, that is so cool. I'm so obsessed with these little scale models. The more you go to the theatre and the more you hear stories that you aren't necessarily familiar with, the more open you become to embracing other perspectives. Elsa! One of these was worn by Hugh Jackman and the other by Sutton Foster. Oh, that was really recent. Yeah, last year. Yeah, this was on when we were here last time. I love the set from Moulin Rouge. We need to go to the one in London. It's so cool. This is so cool. All the different Queen's earrings from Six. That's awesome. And the last shirt and cast worn by Sam Primack and Dear Evan Hansen. I assume that's just before it closed.
This was one of my favourite things in the whole museum. I could have looked at it for hours. It's so cool. It's a full-scale model of the theatre where Wicked is on. So you can see where the audience come in. You can see them going up the escalators. Some of them are taking selfies and stuff. You can see the whole auditorium, some performers on the stage, Glinda in her bubble, some little bits going on there, all the way around to the flying monkeys and stuff. And then when we pan backwards, there's a merch stand, which I think is so cute, with this guy holding his kid up to get a better look. I love how much detail has been put into even just the audience members too. And then as we move around to the side of the building, this is what was so cool about it. We've got some rehearsal rooms. We've got some dressing rooms. I think that is Elphaba's. She's getting her face painted green, obviously. And then we've got Glinda's dressing room where somebody's steaming one of her costumes. And then I think this is supposed to be one of the offices maybe, or a green room of some description. And then moving around to the back. Honestly, this is so detailed I actually can't get over it. So this is what you see from the back of the stage. I mean, I guess nobody actually sees this because when would you ever get this much perspective? But you can see some of the set pieces. We've got Nessa in her wheelchair. We've got that wardrobe where Elphaba pops up, and then under the stage, it's so cool. They've gone to so much detail. I assume this is some of the props team getting to work refreshing some of the props. So we've got the wizard's mask down there, we've got someone with a sewing machine, a couple of people. I just cannot believe the detail on this thing. I cannot even imagine how long this must have taken. I love the washing machines as well. That's such a funny touch. And then moving up again, we've got Madame Morrible and some of the guards and the wizard's mask again. I wonder whether there actually are 2 of these or whether that was just kind of for the sake of storytelling. Maybe they have a spare. Who knows? I think it's so cool how you can see all the set pieces flying as well. I assume that's where they're kept during the show. And then again, we've gone under the stage and you can see, I don't know which department this is. I'm guessing it's maybe the sound team. And then around to the side again, we can see the wings. So we've got Dr. Dillamond and the board, and it's even got the writing on the board. It's crazy, crazy detailed. This is nuts. And then zooming out and further round, we can see some more dressing rooms. So we've got some of the performers in there. I think this is another office. Again, this is kind of all guesses. Obviously, they've even got the sign on the side of the building. That is how much detail they've gone into here. So that is of the Gershwin Theatre.
We've got a load of the shows and when they opened on Broadway with my personal fave, Newsies. In 2012. He looks so young here, yeah. I can't believe that we saw him the other day. What the hell?
I will never get over that.
I'll never get over it. This costume is so sick. Every single time I see it, I'm like, I just want to put it on. Like I wouldn't be a very good Anne Boleyn, but I want to wear that. Now we are in the backstage section of the museum. So we've got like a notice board here. Sign in, Actors Equity, regulations, yeah. This is all about the production of Beetlejuice, which we saw last time we were here. I am just obsessed with these little set models.
That's so great, aren't they?
They're amazing. But yeah, you can see what all the sound desk and everything look like. I'm assuming this is like the lighting feed. And then we have a sound designer over here talking about, well, that's about several different things, I think. This is so cool. So this is like a hair and makeup desk. We've got some of the cat's makeup up here. Oh, this is Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, isn't it? A note about the scar placement. That's funny. Prosthetic nose from the Music Man. But then this, using the keyboard touchpad as a mouse, select click here to transform. But I can't see. I think something must not be working. Right?
Yeah.
So that looks like you should be able to put something on you, and I don't think you can right now. This is a section all about marketing, press and advertising, which is something that I am just super nerdy about a lot of the time. Like, look at how the Frozen poster developed from this to this one, which is what we see now, and the same.
That one isn't my favourite.
No.
I actually think the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th one along is my favourite.
This one?
Yes, that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this number 6.
No, neither.
Or number 2, but the rest of them I do like. The Phantom ones are really cool. This one's terrifying.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this one, absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
So, we have left the Museum of Broadway. We were in there for just over 2 hours, I think, were we?
It was about that, yeah.
Yeah. And I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I thought
it was really good.
It was very interesting. We could have spent so much longer in there, like reading all of the bits and pieces and watching all the videos and stuff. We have to fly today, so we have to fly. We have to fly. So we are now headed to go and get some dinner. I didn't buy anything in the gift shop. I thought I would. The girl that told us about it told us that you could buy merch from every Broadway show that has ever been on Broadway in the shop. So I was like, oh amazing, I'll buy a magnet for all of them that I've seen, because I do actually really regret not getting any merch for some of them. But it just turned out that that wasn't true.
Yeah.
It was just a lie. But that's fine.
I did buy something though.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, go on.
I'll get it out for you.
I loved this.
It is Broadway Bird. It's a children's book, I won't lie to you. But the illustrations in it are fantastic. I'm gonna get you a page to look at. They're like just really
lovely.
Gorgeous illustrations, and it's a cute little
The Weasel of Oz.
The Weasel of Oz. Yeah, it's a story about a
if I read that book, I would
parakeet that wants to be on Broadway, and then the dog says
Starring
no.
Iguana Menzel.
Yeah, Iguana Menzel and Joel Greyhound also. But it's just a really lovely illustrated book, and I used to collect children's books when I was at uni because I really loved the illustration style of them, so I just thought it'd be a really nice one to add to my collection.
It's lovely. Yes. That is really nice. I did have a good look through that. And there was also like a Broadway inspired cookbook that I was really tempted by, but then I remembered that I literally can't cook. It was a lot of like starter type things, like party
appetizers and
yeah,
stuff,
party dishes. Yeah, so seriously considered that one, but yeah, can't cook, so no point really.
Also would have added quite a bit to your luggage allowance, and we were already right on the allowance.
Yeah, we were right on the cusp, but yeah. So we are now in a cab, as you can see, but we are on our way to a restaurant called Pasta Eater, which we came to last time we were in New York. And I would say that the restaurant itself is bang average. Like, I don't think
It's not like a secret special play.
No, and like the staff weren't particularly like friendly or helpful last time, and a lot of reviews say the same.
Yeah.
Ooh, why have I suddenly gone so dark? But Maria and I, when we were there last time, had this pasta, you know when they serve it like from inside the cheese wheel?
Yeah, cheese wheel pasta.
Cheese wheel pasta. And I
didn't feel very
just
well.
didn't feel well, so
And actually I don't feel very well today.
well, you're gonna have to have it anyway.
I'm gonna have to have it anyway.
Because we keep talking about this cheese wheel pasta, so we're going back there as our last meal in New York. We've made it to the restaurant and I'm so hungry. Please bring out the cheese wheel.
You should see the speed that she ate her bread with.
I ate it. It's so
Oh god!
oh, there's a bit there. When we first got here, we thought they didn't have it anymore, and I was about to scream, but it turned out we were just looking at the lunch menu. It's all good. Are you looking forward to it? Good.
The one in London is not as good.
No, Maria had it, the like cheese wheel pasta from, where was it? Ave Maria. Yeah, which is obviously like, I would say the like the most famous version of that in London. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Look at that wheel of cheese. Where the pasta is coming from. Our pasta is in a wheel of cheese. Pasta in a wheel of cheese. Pasta in a little wheel of cheese. It's not that little, it's quite a big wheel of cheese.
Oh, I love pasta.
I love
They only need seconds.
my pasta from the cheese wheel so much. Cheese wheel pasta, thank you so much. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I've been thinking about this for months.
I've literally been thinking about it since the last time we had it.
Same. Love of my life, cheese wheel pasta.
Can you please?
Cheese wheel pasta is the love of my life. Go on, eat it then.
Go on then, Jess has never had it before.
I've never had it before.
Go on then.
First experience.
I bet. Is it? Yeah. What have you got to say about that then?
Oh, it's very long.
Yeah. Is that everything you wanted? This is the biggest tea bag I've ever seen.
Brilliant.
It's so disproportionately large.
And I'm glad because I put way too much milk in mine, so I like accidentally threw a load of almonds.
Maria's gone for English breakfast. I've gone for peppermint. Jess has gone for cough syrup. We're on the bottom floor of our hotel now, just sorting out our bags, getting changed for the flight. I'm about to take my makeup off. But as we were coming back to the hotel, I realised, basically there's this venue here called 54 Below, and I watched loads of YouTube videos that were filmed there of like Broadway performers like doing concerts there and stuff, and they do like 3 concerts a day, like cabaret kind of style. I actually looked at the website to see what was on while we were here, but I didn't know where it was, but there was nothing really that I was particularly fussed about. We've just walked past it, literally opposite our hotel. I didn't even realise it was there because it's all underground, so it's only like the sort of the door that's there. There was a sign next to the door that said, "Tonight Henry Platt is on." Henry Platt is Ben Platt's brother. He comes up on my TikTok all the time. He is an absolutely incredible singer, and I would literally give my left leg to be able to watch him. And I can't believe that we have to leave before we can. And also, I got a DM earlier asking if I wanted to go to like one of the preview shows of a new Broadway musical that's opening next week. And now I'm like, oh God, maybe I should just live here. I can't live here because I don't have a visa or the money to do that. I love the city so much. I'm so devastated to be leaving. I'm literally, when I got the DM earlier, I was like, God, well, I don't need telling twice, like trying to figure out any way that I can maneuver it to stay for a few extra days or come back really soon, but it's just not going to be doable. It's just too expensive, and also like I've got commitments at home obviously, but I'm so sad to be leaving. It's not very often that you go to a city and you go, yeah, I could live here. Like, I only used to get that about London. I've lived in London 5 years now, I love it, but like I don't get it about anywhere other than here. I'm a bit sad, but I've had an amazing time. And also the Museum of Broadway was fantastic. Maybe I should just move to New York. We are at the airport now, about to board the plane. Maria's so confused. She's got so many fingers. If you didn't catch that, that's what she just said. Show them. She's got so many fingers. Anyway, thank you for watching our New York vlogs. Why are you popping it? I hope that you enjoyed coming on this little trip with us. Hopefully we'll do another one soon. Probably won't though. I'm never speaking to these two again after this trip.
It's not very nice.
Might go to Cyprus though, lol. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Should name a random one.
Anyway. Bye. We need to go now. See you later. Love you.